Okay, so where did we leave yesterday?
So we completed 3 guess the output programs.
Okay, so shall we go for the fourth one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So guys, I'll give you hardly 30 seconds time. Quickly go through that and tell me what is happening there.
3 seconds.
Guys, 30 seconds time is given to you. You can just go through the code and let's see what is happening there. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shall we go through?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, tell me. So from where, okay, you explain the code, we'll see.
Yes, sir. First, there's a base class.
Okay, there is a base
We
class.
have a child class derived one, which is derived from the base class.
Okay, we have a derived one. Okay, huh.
We have another child class derived two, which is derived from derived one class.
Okay, so basically
Later,
we
we have
have three classes. One is, I mean, totally four classes, including the launcher
yes,
class, correct? So we have a base class, and base class has been inherited by derived one, and the derived one has been inherited by derived two, isn't it?
yes, sir.
Yeah, Firasat. Okay, so continue.
We have a launcher class, public class inheritance 4.
Okay, we
In
have a launcher
that we
class,
have
right?
in that we have a main method, public static void main string args.
Okay.
Later, we are creating an object B from the class base
Okay,
and
so
giving
fine.
an value 5.
So when I say base B is equal to new base and we are passing a parameter of I, it means it has to invoke what?
It has to invoke the constructor of base class.
Yeah, what kind of constructor?
Parameter
Parameter.
constructor of base
Exactly. So
class.
it has to invoke parameterized constructor. So is there a parameterized constructor in the base
Yes,
class?
sir. There's a parameterized constructor and have an instance variable a equals to x.
Yeah. So where does that 5 go and sit?
The 5 go and sit in x, sir.
Okay. So this is the base class object, isn't it? This is
Yes, sir.
base class object with reference B and it has an instance variable called as A and A value is equal to 5, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we go to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happens in next
Later
case?
we are creating an object of derived one type d1
Okay.
and passing a parameter 6 to it.
Okay. So when you call this object, when you create an object like this, what will happen? It has to.
The parameterized constructor of derived one gets invoked.
Okay. So is there a parameterized constructor?
Yes, sir. There's a parameterized constructor in
Okay. So
derived.
there is a parameterized constructor. Okay. So that 6 goes and sits in Y, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what happens?
Later we have a super y in that constructor, sir.
Okay.
That means the super class constructor gets called.
Okay.
Later the y value
In the
goes
super, yeah, Y value. Oh, continue. Okay.
in the super the value 6 goes and sit in x, sir.
Okay. So that is a base class
Become
constructor goes and sits, isn't it?
a equals to 6.
Okay. So A is equal to 6. Okay.
And since b equals to y, here y is 6, b equals to 6.
B is equal to
6.
Okay, but if you can see in this derived one, you also have one more, variable, I mean instance variable A of its own.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
It is not inherited one. It is the one which is belonging to, derived one itself. Correct? No?
Yes, sir.
What will
Yes,
be
sir.
its value then? Am I giving any value to
0,
it?
sir. No, sir. There's no value.
So if I'm not giving any value, then what would be
0.
its default value?
0, sir.
Very good. Correct. Very good. Okay. So this is derived one, isn't it? This
Yes,
is
sir.
derived one and its reference is in D1. Okay, cool. Next one.
Next, we are creating an object D2 of type derived 2.
Okay, we have
Therefore,
a
in passing a parameter 7.
Okay, so we have a bigger object. Okay. Okay, then.
The parameterized constructor of derived 2 gets invoked.
Okay, so okay. Does it have? Yes, it
Uh,
is having. So where does that 7 go and sit?
7 go and sit in Z, sir.
Okay, then.
There is a super Z.
Okay.
The superclass of derived 2 is derived 1. So
Okay. Okay.
that Z value will sit in Y, sir.
Okay. Huh.
Y becomes 7.
Okay. Y
Later,
will
there's
become 7.
also a super Y.
Okay.
So it goes to the base class,
Okay.
and there X becomes 7.
Okay. A becomes 7, isn't it?
A becomes, yes, sir.
Okay.
A equals to 7.
Huh.
Later in derived 1 class, we have A equals to 0 and B equals to 7.
A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 7. Okay. B is equal to 7.
Later in derived 2, we have B equals to 0 and C equals to 7.
B is equal to
0, sir, because
0.
there's a
Huh.
instance variable in derived 2.
Okay. B becomes 0 and
C becomes 7, sir.
okay. Right. So we are not initializing B, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Fine. Right. Guys, till here, is it okay with everyone? Guys, are you all okay with this till here? Hello? Everyone okay with this? Guys, hello, any doubt you can ask me? Shall we go ahead? Is there any doubt you guys, you can ask me, you can, you can talk to me. You have any doubt in this case? Okay, so Firasat, can you explain the last one? I think the derived to a little bit confusion with the students. Can you please tell me
Yes,
the,
sir. Yes, sir. I'll explain, sir.
yeah,
Here in the derived to parameterized constructor, the first line we have is super Z.
very good.
The
Okay,
super class of derived 2 is derived 1. So we go
exactly.
to the parameterized constructor of derived 1 class.
Okay, huh.
There in derived 1, we are having a super Y.
Hmm. Okay,
Here the super class of derived 1 is base. So we are
correct.
going to the base class.
Very good. Okay,
In base class, the parameter which we passed in derived 2 is 7.
okay, huh.
That means the parameter that is being passed is 7 and it goes and sit in X.
Okay, okay,
Therefore, we will get A equals to 7 in base class.
okay, cool. Then,
Later, after completing the process in base class,
hmm.
in the constructor in the derived one, we have two
So the
integers A and B.
control from base class will get into the
Derived one
derived
class.
one. Correct. Very good. Then,
Yes, there are two integers A and B. We are
hmm.
not initializing A, so it
Hmm.
will become 0. A equals to 0.
Correct. Then,
As we passed a parameter 7 from the derived 2,
hmm.
the value B of the derived one becomes 7.
Okay. Correct. Okay. Because we are
Later
doing
in
B is equal to Y. Correct.
yes, sir.
Because we are doing B is equal to Y.
B
Okay. Then,
equals to, yes, sir. Later in derived 2 class, we
so
have
what
two
happens? The
integers,
control will now come from derived two to
derived 1 to derived 2.
derived one to derived two. Okay. Then,
Yes, sir. Later in derived 2, we have two integers, B and C. We are not initializing B,
hmm.
so B equals to 0.
Okay.
Later we have C equals to Z. We have passed the parameter 7. Z will go sit in 7.
Okay.
7 will go and sit in Z.
Hmm.
Therefore, C becomes 7.
Very good. Okay. Now, so guys, is that okay till here? Yeah. Okay. Right. Next.
Next, we are calling the method b.display.
Okay,
And
so we
there is
are
a display method
we are
in base
supposed to
class.
say we are in main method now.
Yes, sir.
We have come back to main method, correct?
Main method,
Yeah.
launcher class.
Yes. Then.
There we are calling a method display, b.display.
Okay.
We
So
have
with
a display
respect to
method
this.
in base class.
Okay. So with respect to this, isn't it the first object? We are calling display method with respect to first class. Okay. So
Yes,
let
sir.
me write the output over here. Okay. Output. Right. Then tell me.
System.out.println a equals to plus a equals to 6 will get printed, sir.
6. It is
5
in base
5, sir. Yes,
5,
a
no?
equals to 5.
It is in 5, correct? So what will get printed? A is equal to
5 will get printed.
okay. Then.
Again, we are calling the method display of class derived one d1, sir.
Okay. So we are
There's a method.
is there a method in display D1 that is
Yes,
derived
sir.
one?
There's a method display in derived one.
Hmm.
System.out.println
Hmm.
super ca equals to
Okay, so in the derived one display method, you are calling super a is equal to
super.a. That is,
okay.
we should take the value of super class a.
Exactly. So when you have a instance variable a in the derived class, as well as you have a instance variable a with the same instance, I mean with the same name in the base class. And if you wish to work with the instance variable belonging to the base class, right? Then how do we represent that? We'll have to
Use
represent
the
that
keyword
using
super.
super dot a. You can actually touch that, or you can access that using the keyword super, correct? So when you say super dot
Yes, sir.
a, you're telling the JVM that, boss, I need the variable belonging to the base class of mine, right? So derived
Yes.
one is telling, in because display method, now we are in the display method belonging to d1, right? So
One, sir.
derived one is telling, see boss, I need the a, that is instance variable belonging to the base class. So how do I say that? How is derived one saying that? By saying super dot a, correct? So when you say
Yes,
super
sir.
dot a, you're trying to access the the base objects, or the base classes, or the
A.
parent class a, correct? Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
what will happen now?
Super CA equals to 5 will get printed.
Super a is equal to 5 will get printed. Okay,
Again, system dot out
it's not
dot
5, it
println.
is 6. No, it is 6.
Sir, super CA is 5, sir.
No, we are in derived one now.
Okay, sir.
It's not okay. Okay, not okay.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Okay, sir. 6.
Yeah, it is 6. This is over.
Yes.
This is a different object. Got it.
Yes,
Now
yes,
we are
sir.
here, derived one. So super j is 6, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then
Later we have system dot out dot println A equals to plus A, B equals to plus B. A equals to 0 and B equals to 6 will get
exactly. We are
printed.
now referring to this, isn't it? A is equal to
Yes, sir.
0 and B is equal to 6.
6.
Okay, then.
We are calling the method display again of class D2, derived to.
Okay,
We have a method display in derived to class.
okay.
System dot out dot println
Hmm.
super A.
So we are where? Here, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are derived to is calling super.a. Okay, what happens?
Yes, sir. Sir, here the super class of derived to is derived 1.
Correct.
So it will take the value of D1, A equals to 0.
Yes, right. You are right. Okay, no. For the derived 2, its super is a derived 1. So
Derived 1.
in derived 1, a value is equal to 0.
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it? Yeah. So what will I say?
Super
Supers
CA
is equal
equals
to,
to 0.
okay, then.
Again, we have supers B that equals to super dot B.
So what
Here
is it?
the super class of derived 2 is derived 1. So B equals to 7. Supers B equals to 7 will get printed.
Supers b is equal to 7 will get printed. Okay.
Again, we have system dot out dot println A equals to plus A, B equals to plus B, C equals to plus C.
Hmm.
Here we don't have a but it inherits from derived one class.
Exactly. So in derived 2 object doesn't have an a, correct? No, but
Yes, sir.
this will inherit from the its base class. Its base class is derived 1, and derived 1's a will get inherited. Therefore, what gets,
Therefore, A equals to 0,
yeah.
B equals to 0,
Hmm.
C equals to 7 will get printed.
Awesome, Firasat. Very good. Super. Okay. So guys, any doubt in this program? Guys, any doubt in this program? Hello? I don't think this can be more simplified like this. Okay, it's really very nicely simplified by Firasat. Very good, Firasat. She has done her
Thank you.
work, right? Very good. Appreciate. Okay. So, guys, can you please claps for her? Actually, please appreciate her. No, nice explanation. Very beautifully explained. Superb. I
Thank
really
you, sir.
liked it. Okay. Yeah. So please claps for her. Awesome. Right, guys. Any doubts? I am sure there cannot be any doubts because she has explained it very nicely. Okay. Okay, so shall we move to the next one, guys? But still, I'm just asking you, do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts, guys? Do you have any doubts, guys? Hello? No, right? Okay, cool. Right. So, shall we go to the next one? Firasat, shall we go to the next
Yes,
one?
sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, next one. Tell me what is the next one.
Here we have a base class
Okay, so we have a
and
base class. Okay.
we have a child class derived from the base class with the name derived.
Okay.
Later we have a launcher class,
Hmm.
public class sample. In the launcher class we have a main method public static void main.
Hmm.
Later we are creating an object D of type derived.
Okay. So when
After
you create an object D of derived,
the
what happens?
constructor will get invoked, sir.
Okay, see whether there is a constructor. Is
In
there a
derived,
constructor?
there should be a default constructor, sir.
Exactly. Suppose if we have not defined any constructor, automatically the compiler will give a constructor for
Default.
us, isn't it?
Yes.
And the constructor that the compiler gives you is called as what, guys? What kind of constructor is it called as? Okay, whenever the compiler will give a constructor for us, what is it called as? Default constructor. It is called as default constructor, and the default constructor happens to be a zero argument constructor.
Yes,
You're
sir.
understanding it? So it's a default constructor, and default constructor happens to be a zero argument constructor. Is that okay? Yeah, awesome. Right, then what happens? Tell me.
Then we are calling the method display of D.
Okay, we are calling a d dot display method, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when we call d dot display, what gets called?
The display method of derived class will get called.
Okay, I'll enter into the display method of derived class. Inside that, what is
Yes.
there?
We have a method super dot display. That is, we are calling the display method of base class, sir.
Yeah, we are calling the display method of
Base class.
super dot display means we are calling the first. We are calling the display method of base class.
Super class. Yes, base class.
So what happens? What is the output?
There's a method display in base class. The output will be system base display.
Yeah, first it would be base display.
After that,
Base display. Okay.
after that we have system.out.println derived display.
Okay, then we have derived display. Okay, derived display, isn't it? Okay,
Yes, sir.
cool. Guys, is that okay? It's a quite simple one. Guys, is that okay with everyone? Hello, everyone okay with that? Yes? Simple, no? Okay, cool. Nice, Firasat. Very nice. Okay, so next one.
Next one, we have a base class.
Hmm.
And we have a child class derived from the base class.
It looks similar to the previous one.
Yes, sir. They both look similar, sir.
Is it the same? I think it is duplicated, correct?
Yes, sir.
Check out, is there any difference or anything? No, no?
No, sir. There's no difference at all, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. I think it is duplicated. We'll move to the next one. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, seventh one.
Sir, even the seventh one is same, sir.
Seventh one is not same, I'm sure. You just go through, we'll see.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
First, there's a base class.
Okay.
From that, we have a child class by the name derived from base class.
Okay.
We have a launcher class, public class sample. In that, we have a main method, public static void main.
Okay.
We are creating an object D of type derived.
Okay.
Here we are calling the method display of D.
Okay.
There's a display method in derived class.
Okay.
And the first one is super dot display. That is, we are calling the display method of base class.
Okay.
Then we will enter into the display method definition of base class.
Okay, then.
System.out.println base display will get printed.
Is it? Are you sure?
Mm.
Are you sure? Bhagyashree, what will happen?
Sir, it's a private method, sir.
It's a private method means which say?
Sir, of the method which is defined in the base class.
Give that name here.
Void display, sir. Private
Am I calling your name?
Yes, sir.
Then you should call the name. Now, what is the name?
Void display, sir. Private void display.
The name of the method is display. That's all. Okay.
Yes,
so did you see, Firasat, in the base class, the
Yes,
display method is private.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So Bhagya, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Bhagya, what do you mean by private method? What will happen if we make any method private in, in the base class? What happens? I mean,
Sir,
in any
that
class
method.
for that matter.
Yes, sir. That method can only be accessed by the class in which it is defined.
Okay. So what happens if I try to access in the different class?
It's a compile time error, sir.
Yeah, correct. No. So Firasat,
Yes,
did you understand
Yes,
that?
sir. Understood, sir.
Isn't it? So
Yes.
the private method can only be called by another method within the same class. So what you are
Yes.
trying to do is now, okay, you are trying to access the display method from a derived class, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Correct? That's what Bhagya was trying to say, correct?
Okay, sir.
So that will result in a compile time error. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go to page number. Go to page number. 1 second.
110, sir. There's a point private members cannot be inherited.
Exactly. It is 110, right? So what is that? Where is it given?
Page number 110, sir.
Yeah.
Given in the
Yeah.
points.
Can you
Sir.
please read it out?
Private members cannot be inherited.
Where is it given? Yeah. Private members cannot be inherited. Correct. No.
sir.
right? Okay, right. So there is one more special note I have given. Can you tell me? Have we done overriding there?
Overriding.
Now in our seventh example in 100 and page number 118, guys, observe here very carefully. In page
Yes,
number
sir.
118, do you think we have done overriding?
Um, yes, sir, we have done overriding.
Why do you say we have done overriding? How can you say?
Because we have a display, we have display method in child class also, sir.
Yeah, but you feel that it has been overridden. I mean, it has been overridden. But you know what? Because it is private, okay,
Oh, yes,
it is not even available to someone else. It is only hidden within a same class. In that case, it cannot be overridden, isn't it?
yes, sir.
You can do method overriding only if that method is accessible to us. Else you
Yes,
will not
sir.
be able to do
When it is
overriding. So
public, yes, sir.
yeah, so can you please read that point which I have written over there?
The special note, sir.
Yeah, special note, first one.
To perform method overriding, the following points need to be kept in mind.
Yeah,
An instance method can be overridden only if it is accessible.
yeah,
Thus, a private method cannot be overridden
yeah.
because it is not accessible outside its own class.
Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then.
If a method defined in a subclass is private in its superclass,
1 minute, hold on. Read it once again. If a method defined in the
defined in
subclass
a subclass
is
is
private
private
in
in
the
its
superclass, that is the
superclass.
situation now. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
so tell me.
The two methods are completely unrelated.
Correct, no? It has nothing to do with the base class and all that. It means they are
Yes, sir.
independent. Correct? So in the
Then
previous
there's no
exam,
method overriding here, sir.
there is no method overriding over
Yes,
here,
sir.
right?
Okay,
No,
sir.
so it looks like as if a method has been overridden. Okay, but
Yes, sir.
because the private method has been hidden, we cannot override it. Okay, because when
Yes,
can
sir.
you override? You can override only when it is accessible. It is not accessible, right? So
Yes,
therefore,
sir.
that is why I wrote that point. I told you, right, when you're reading that point, I'll come back to this once again,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? So that will result in a compile time error for now. Is that
Okay, sir.
okay? Guys, is that okay? Guys, is that okay? I'm waiting for some 20 seconds for your doubt. You can ask me a doubt. Any doubt? Anyone? Okay, shall we go ahead? Guys, shall we go ahead? Yeah? Okay, right. So we'll go to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me, what is the next one?
There's a base class. We have a child class derived from the base class.
Okay.
And there's a launcher class, public class sample.
Hmm.
We have a main method, public static void main.
Okay.
Later, we are creating an object D of derived type.
Hmm.
We are calling the method display of D.
Okay.
There is a method display public static method, sir.
Hmm. So it is static method, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So can static methods be inherited?
Static
Go
methods.
back to the special note. Go back to the special note and tell me what is there.
Yes, sir.
What does it say? Special note.
Static method can be inherited, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but it cannot be
However,
overridden.
it cannot be overridden. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So it is inherited. So it cannot be overridden. It looks as if it is overridden, but it is not overridden. Okay, it
Okay,
is
sir.
basically inherited it. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
here one more point I think I've told you in that. I don't know if I've written it. Okay, what does it say? If static method defined in the superclass is redefined in the subclass, the method defined in the superclass is hidden. You will not be able to access it. Is
Yes,
what it
sir.
says. Correct? No, right?
Yes, sir.
So the concept is like this: static methods. Okay, you'll understand this more when we discuss polymorphism, but for now understand, whenever you have a static method, it cannot be, overridden. It can be inherited. Okay, and if you rewrite that static method that is there in the super class in the derived class, right, then the
Yes.
parent class will be hidden. So what is the meaning of this? Once we learn polymorphism, you'll understand. For now understand this, but still go through that code now. What will happen? And one more thing. Okay, one more thing. Okay, so what will happen? Firasat, what will happen if
Yes,
I
sir.
call a static method of a particular class with respect to an object? Class
Static.
Firasat. Okay, class Firasat is there, right? And then inside this, I have a static method called as public. Okay, static
Yes, sir.
and void. Okay, call something like this. I have a static method. Okay, and I will have a launcher class called as public. Okay, class. Okay, firasat test I have, right?
Yes, sir.
Open the brace and close the brace. Then I'll have public. Okay, static, public static void main, public static void main. Okay, string args, open the brace, close the brace. Here I would say, okay, firasat f is equal
Yes,
to
sir.
new
New.
firasat.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
say new firasat. Okay, and then I say how should the static method be called?
If that
I told you, right?
similar.
Whenever we call a static method,
Yes,
it should
sir.
be what? It should be called with respect to what?
Class name.
Yeah, it should be called with respect to a class name, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
As I say math dot random or something like that, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
random is basically a static method and it has been
And
called with
math is
respect
the
to a
class name.
class,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah. So now if I call it with respect to an object name, what happens? Can
Errors.
can we call with respect to a class
No,
name?
sir. Static only.
Hmm.
It only belongs to class. It doesn't belongs to objects, sir. So there will be an error, I think.
Oh, you think, but you know, guys, I've also told it'll work, isn't it, guys? I've told you it will perfectly work. Correct? No? Exactly. So, Firasat, you forgot, I think. Whenever you actually call your static method with respect to 1 second. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, Shaker internally JVM will call with respect to by class name. Okay, so Shaker don't go till JVM. Okay, this is not taken care by the JVM, it is taken care by the compiler itself. Okay, no, Shaker. So what the compiler does is Firasat. Okay, the
Yes, sir.
moment you call this method with respect to an object, right? So this object will be replaced with its class name.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
the
sir. Yes. I
compiler,
remember now, sir.
you
Yes, sir.
remember I told you this. So
Yes, sir.
this call would be replaced like this. Firasat, okay, dot call
Yes,
is
sir.
what it will be replaced. Even though
Okay.
you call it with respect to object, this object's class would be replaced over here and it becomes a normal. So this is possible to be called. I mean, it will work here, correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
So in that case, in the launcher class, in the current example, we have something called as d dot display. It should work, correct?
Yes, sir. It should work.
So
Yes.
when I say d dot display, so it will get replaced with what?
The gets replaced with derived, sir.
Correct. So it will call with respect to the class, that is derived dot
Class.
display. And if you can see, display method is there in the derived class also,
Yes,
correct?
sir. There, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now what will happen?
In the display method, we have super dot display.
So what happens?
Even in the super, the display method is static, sir. But
Hmm.
it will be hidden, sir.
No, it'll actually, yeah. So what happens is that it'll give you an error. Okay, it says
Yes, sir. It will be.
non-static, yeah, non-static variable that is super cannot be referenced from a static
Yes, sir.
context. Okay, no, so it is a super is basically a non-static variable. Okay, that cannot be referenced from a static context is what it says. So that will give you an error. Okay, is that okay? So that you cannot call super dot display because super is basically a non-static context. Okay, whereas okay, static methods are resolved. Do you remember I told you all the static methods would be resolved even before any object is getting created, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? I've told you, right? Even all your static methods would be resolved or would be created. Anything related to static will happen even before any object is created when the class is loading, right? So when the class is loading, there is nothing called as an object. Okay, so within your display method you are saying super dot display. Super indicates some object, right, which is not been it cannot be created yet, right? So it has to be
Yes.
resolved. So in that case, all your non-static methods cannot be all your non-static methods will not be able to call over there. I mean, that is your non-static things will not be able to reference, I mean, can be referred from there. Is that okay? Right?
Yes, sir.
So it results non-static variable super cannot be referenced from a static constant. Okay, so we will learn polymorphism and come back to this and understand this more. Okay, only then you will be able to make sense, right? So in that 110 page number, can you please read that second statement once again?
Yes, sir. Like an instance method,
Hmm.
a static method can be inherited. However, a static method cannot be overridden.
Exactly. So now here there is a confusion. Not a confusion. The question is why. Correct? No.
Yes,
You
sir.
must ask me. Yes, boss. You have told that it can be inherited. That is okay, but it cannot
But
be
why can't be
overridden.
overridden? Yes, sir.
It cannot be overridden. Why? Isn't it? Right.
Yes, sir.
I think I have. Anyone? Did anyone follow my recent LinkedIn post, guys? Did anyone go through my LinkedIn post recently? I think I've given you the answer there. Guys, hello. Anyone? Did anyone get a chance to go through my LinkedIn thing? Okay. Okay, why don't you go and check out now? I think today or yesterday. I don't remember when I posted. I've given the answer for this. Okay. Okay, Joshua has seen this, I guess, right? I've posted the answer for this on LinkedIn, but don't worry, you may not understand if you read their answer also, but doesn't mean you don't go and see. Okay. Yesterday I posted, is it? Yeah, yesterday I posted it. Okay. So you can go and see that. I know you will not be able to understand anything, but after today's class and tomorrow's class might be, then you will be able to understand what I've written over there. Okay. So let us wait till the polymorphism is over and then we'll start discussing that. Is that okay, guys? Hello, is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Hello, is that okay? Yeah, fine. We'll discuss it there, right? Fine. So now go to the next one. Yeah, next one. Okay. So what do you have there?
The father of all classes, the
The father
object
of
class.
all classes called as the object class. What do you mean by this, Firasat? Any idea?
Maybe this is like the head of all classes.
Okay,
Main.
like okay. Now if I create a class called as class Firasat over here, okay,
Yes,
no.
sir.
So is Firasat inheriting from any other class?
No, sir. There's no extent, so there it's not inheriting.
That is what everybody feels, isn't it? That is what
Yes, sir.
everyone feels, right? Everyone feels that there is nothing called as extends over here. So that is the reason that Firasat is an independent class and it is not being inherited by. It is not. I mean, the Firasat is not inheriting any other class. Is what you feel, correct? No, Firasat.
Yes, sir.
Guys, what do you feel? Yes or no? What do you feel? Hello, hello, guys. Still no. What do you feel? What is your opinion? Yes, you feel the same thing? Okay. I think then you have not gone through my online book very clearly, isn't it? I think you have not gone through my online book still. Firasat, even you have not gone through my online
No,
book,
sir.
isn't
I
it?
have gone through, sir.
Okay. If you've gone through, then I've clearly explained in the online book that, okay, any class that you write, okay, any class that you write, okay, if it is not inheriting any other class, then by default, Firasat would be inheriting another class called as object class. By default, it would, implicitly extend another class called as the father of all classes called as object class. Didn't I tell this? Have you
Yes.
gone through this or no? You've not gone through
Yes.
this? Guys, hello, listen to me carefully,
Sir,
right?
we hadn't had the explanation, so we just read it, sir.
Okay, no problem. Listen to me, guys, very carefully. Okay. So, all these days you have written classes, isn't it? All these days you have written classes. Even before the inheritance start, you have written, you have written classes, isn't it? Okay. So,
Yes.
you feel that that class has not inherited and that is an independent class, is what you thought. But actually, okay, any class in your Java that doesn't inherit any other class means that it is implicitly inheriting a class called as object. Guys, it means, I'll repeat once again, any class in Java that you write, any class, right, any class that you write in Java, right, okay, if it is not implicitly being inherited by anyone else, right, it means that, if it is not explicitly inheriting by any other class, means that, okay, this is implicitly being inherited by another class. This class will be implicitly inheriting another class called as object. Okay. It
Okay,
means,
sir.
again, I'll repeat once again, right, every class which looks like independent, okay, which is not inheriting any other class, implicitly will inherit another class called as the object class. Is that okay? Object is the inbuilt class by Java, okay, and it has lot of methods and instance variables and all that for our regular activity, right? So this class would be inherited by all the classes in Java, which is not, explicitly inheriting some other class. Guys, did you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Or you want me
Yes.
to repeat? I'll repeat once again. Do you want me to repeat? Just say repeat in the chat box. I will repeat once again, guys. Do you want me to repeat it? Hello, guys. Do you want me to repeat it or understood right now? What? Okay, let me repeat it for your sake. Okay, you're not asking me, but let me repeat it, right? Any class in Java that is not explicitly inheriting any other class. I'll repeat once again. Any class that is not explicitly inheriting any other class. For example, can you open page number 117, guys, and say opened? Page number 117 and say opened. Page number
Yes, sir.
117 and say opened. Okay. So in that example 6, okay, so is derived is okay. Come to okay, let's come to 116, come to 116. That is a good example. Come to 116. Okay, now tell me, in that you have a class called derived 2. Firasat, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Now you represent the whole class. Okay. In that
Okay.
116, you have a class called as derived 2. Did you observe?
Yes, sir.
Is it inheriting some other class?
Yeah. It is inherited from derived one, sir.
Yeah, so it means derived 2 is inheriting derived 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So it is explicitly inheriting some other class, correct?
Yes, sir.
What about derived 1?
Derived one is also explicitly inheriting base.
Inheriting base class, correct? No? Now what about base? Is it explicitly inheriting any other class?
No, sir. It's not explicitly inheriting.
Exactly. It is not explicitly inheriting it, but doesn't mean it is not inheriting, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
Just because it is explicitly not inheriting does not mean it is not inheriting at all. It means that it is implicitly inheriting another class called as object.
Object.
Is that okay? Hello
Yes, sir.
guys, is that okay? Hello? Hello guys, is that okay? Yes or no? Quickly. Right? No? Okay. So I've given you some So can you read that out, Firasat? Can you quickly read that out?
Yes, sir. Class monkey.
Hey, no, you're on the father of I
Yeah.
feel that you're
Okay.
calling me monkey.
No, sir.
No?
I'll
Okay.
read this point.
Okay, fine. So father of all classes, the object class, the first
The
point.
object class. Every class in Java extends class object implicitly.
Is that okay, guys? Okay. Next one.
Any class that doesn't explicitly extend another class implicitly extends object.
Correct. Guys, is that okay? Hello? Yes or no? Is that okay, guys? Okay, cool. Now, I'm just showing you how that object class looks like. Object class is a very huge class, okay? Object class is really very huge. So out of that, very frequently used 4 methods I'm showing. What are those 4 methods here?
Boolean equals
Hmm.
get class,
Okay.
hash code.
1 second, ma. 1 second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Hash code and toString.
Hash code. Yeah. So can you repeat once again? What are those?
Equals get class,
Equals.
hash code,
Okay. Equals get class, hash code, and toString. Correct.
hash code, toString.
Okay,
Yes,
guys,
sir.
can you all everyone put that in the chat box? What are those 4 methods? Very important. These are the only 4 methods you will have to ever know about object. You don't need to know anything else. Okay, can you please write that, guys, quickly? Okay, equals. Everyone. I want everyone to put that. Everyone. Separate it with a comma input. Separate it with a comma input. Hey, Boolean is not a method here. Who is telling that Boolean? Boolean is not a method. Okay, no, it is equals, get class, hash code, and toString. They are the ones, right? Quickly. Everyone. I know there are few people who will only be observing what others are doing, but I want everyone to put that. Firasat, you put?
Yes, sir, I kept.
Okay. Done? Everyone, guys, everyone, quickly. Done? Quickly, everyone here. Come on fast. Equals, get class. Okay. Hash code and toString. Okay. Right. So we'll see what each one does. So Firasat, can you quickly see what is happening in the diagram over there? Can you explain me?
Yes, sir.
Just explain the diagram. What all you understand from the diagram, just explain me.
Yes, sir. Here in the diagram, we are inheriting my own class from my object class.
Okay, no, the right side one.
Okay, sir. In the right side one, we have references in stack, and in heap we have object and monkey.
Okay,
A monkey is inherited from object, sir.
Monkey is inherited from object class. Okay, then.
In object class, we are having four methods. In monkey, we have a method, a display method.
Okay, so can monkey inherit all those methods? Can monkey get access to all those methods? Possible?
Yes, sir. Possible, sir.
Possible, no? Because it is inheriting, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so shall we see one example of that?
Yes, sir.
And we'll see how it is actually working. Is that okay, guys? Shall we see the example of all that? how it works, what is the use of equals, get class, hash code, and toString and all that. We'll see that. Okay, right. Okay, tell me, Firasat, one by one.
Yes, sir. We have a class monkey.
Okay, 1 second before that, guys, do you have any doubt in the diagram? You can ask me. You can unmute and ask me if you have any doubt in the diagram. Guys, before proceeding, I want you to ask me if you have any doubt in that program. Do you have any doubt? Sorry, in the diagram. Guys, do you have any doubt in the diagram? Yeah. Hello. Anyone? Okay, fine. Tell me. Firasat, continue.
Yes, sir. We have a class monkey.
Okay.
It is implicitly inheriting from object class.
Yeah, very good. Okay, right.
Later we have a launcher class test.
Hmm.
It has a main method, public static void main.
Okay.
We are creating an object m1 of type monkey.
Okay, so we are saying M1 new monkey, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall I write the diagram for that?
Okay,
You want
sir.
or don't want?
It will be
Okay.
clear, sir, if you draw.
Okay, fine. Stack and a heap, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then we'll write this as your heap. Okay, right. Then what happens first? We have M1, is it?
Creating an object m1 of
Okay.
type monkey.
Okay, huh. So, and then we created an object, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then.
We are creating another object m2 of type monkey.
Okay, so M2, right. M2 we have of type monkey. This is another object. Okay.
We have monkey m3 equals to m1.
So we are making M3, isn't it?
Yes,
so
sir.
are we creating a new monkey object?
No, sir, we are assigning the object of m1, sir.
So whatever is there in M1 will go and sit in M3.
We'll go and sit here. Yes,
So
sir.
what does that mean? What does that mean? Guys,
M1
what does
and
that
M3
mean?
will have same object.
Yeah, it means not will have same object, will be pointing to the same object.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pointing to
Guys,
the same
is this diagram okay with you all? Guys, hello, is this diagram okay with all? Hello, yes or no? Yeah, right. Then what happens?
Later, we are having system.out.println m1 dot hash code.
Okay, so what is hash code? Okay, no. So hash code is a unique code given by JVM to each and every objects on the heap, right? So hash code is the only way used by lot of Java algorithms to identify each and every object. Okay, it is a unique number which is created using its memory location and all that. That is your virtual memory location and all that. Let us not bother about how it is implemented because different JVM implementations will implement it in a different way. So that is really not our botheration. So only thing that we have to understand is that hash code is a unique number. Every object in the memory, right, every unique object will have a number. Every I'll repeat once again, every unique object on the heap will have a unique number, and that is called as hash code. And if you want to get the hash code, okay, you call the method called as hash code on that particular object, right? So what is the first answer you get when you say m1 dot hash code? You will get one unique code. What is
Hash
that?
code of m1 object,
Yeah,
sir.
so what is that? What is
In the
that?
output you have given 182.
Yeah, tell me. This is the number identifying this object. 182.
Yes. 916.
916 4700.
4700.
Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
if you type this, if you execute this code on your machine, okay, this number would be different, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? Because yours is a different machine.
Is
It
it
differs.
similar to the addresses of arrays, sir?
Addresses of arrays. Okay, no,
As
you
they
cannot call
also
it as
vary.
no, you cannot call it as an address of an array. Okay, see in Java, no, Java does not expose addresses as address to us. Okay, this
Yes, sir.
cannot be an address, but this is a unique number given to an object by your JVM.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
using
sir.
certain algorithm, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I have not seen that algorithm. I don't probably feel anyone has seen that algorithm in real time. Okay, I don't think so because each and every algorithm would be different. Okay, so only
Okay,
those
sir.
people who are actually developed this Java or who is working on the JVM may no, I cannot say even they would have seen properly, but they may understand how this hash code algorithm works, how the JVM
Okay,
does
sir.
it. Okay, so this is a
Okay,
unique number which is given by the JVM to identify the objects on heap, right? Okay,
okay,
next
sir.
one.
System.out.println m2 dot hash code. Therefore, the hash code of m2 object will get printed, sir.
So what is that?
It's
201
201 8699
okay
554.
554. Okay, then
Later we have system.out.println m3 dot hash code. Hash
Okay.
code of m3.
So what is it? It is nothing but this,
M3 is
correct? No?
pointing to the same object. So yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you see that, guys? Both the hash codes are same. Hello, did
Yes,
you
sir.
see that? Both the hash codes are the same, guys. Hello, everyone. Did you see both the hash codes are same? Okay, then.
Later we have system.out.println
Hmm.
m1 dot equals m2.
So M1 equals is a method which makes use of hash code. Okay. Harinath ready to check if two object references are equal. Yeah. So Harinath, you're right. Okay. So it is equals is a method which is used to check if both the references are same. Okay. So to check if both the references are same, it will try to identify the hash code should be same. Correct? No. So if both the objects hash code are same, then it will return, true, else false would
True.
be
Or
returned.
yes, sir.
Is that okay, guys? Okay. So
Yes.
equals is a very big algorithm implemented by, again, internally it is it's a inbuilt Java library basically. So it will, one of the conditions for it to find out whether both the references are equal is based on the hash code. Okay. Right. So more about equals we'll be discussing in data structures. So let us not bother about it for now. Let us only understand for now that, as Harinath said, both it is used for checking if both the object references are same or not.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just introducing you to this world of, object. That's all. Okay, next one.
System.out.println m1 equals m2. It
Okay.
will result in false, sir.
Okay, it returns in false. Okay, which is that
Later
M1
system.
equals M3, is it?
Yes,
No,
sir.
M1
It results in true.
M1, yeah, it results in true. Correct. Okay, then.
System.out.println m1 dot get class.
Okay, so it is used to get the class name of that particular object. Okay, get
Yes.
class will give you the class name of that particular object. So on your, in my machine, it gave me class monkey. Okay, sometimes on your machine, the output would be different, but it is, I mean, different in the sense the class name would be the same, but the format that it prints the class name might be different. Is that okay? So it would add some extra details and all those things. Okay, but end of the day, it will give you class monkey only. Somewhere it would be there, class monkey. Okay, right. Next
Okay,
one.
sir. System.out.println m2 dot to string.
Okay, so what is that? Okay, okay. So it is two string, right? So two
Yes.
string is basically when you, it's a method given, or it is a method defined as part of your object class to convert anything into a string format, right? So if you try to print just, system.out.println and m2, right? Guys, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? When you try to say system.out.println m2, right? Okay, what happens, guys? This is very important interview question, or it's very important to understand. So listen to me very carefully. Whenever you are trying to print an object, okay, if suppose I say a is equal to 6 and then say system.out.println, when I say a, what will get printed, guys? Tell me what will get printed. In this case, what will
6.
get printed actually? So it is nothing but 6 will get printed, isn't it?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
similarly, if I say monkey, okay, monkey m2 is equal to new monkey. Monkey m2 is equal to new monkey, right? Then if I say system.out.println m2, what should get printed, guys? Tell me what should get printed. There is a confusion here, isn't it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Hello, there is a confusion here. Hello, yes or no? There is a confusion. What to get printed, right? So what gets printed is that, right? So in the object class, listen to me very carefully. In the object class, there is a method called as toString which is implemented. So that will take this, object, and it will create a special string. As you can see on the in the output, it will create a special string. Okay. With the class name appended with some, memory address and all that. It will give you a very, some string which is identifying this particular object. Okay, it means without your knowledge, when you say system.out.println m2, any object is being trying to prevent, you're trying to print any object, this statement is converted to
String.
system.out.println m2 dot
M2 dot
string.
to string.
M2 dot toString will get called. Okay, and this toString belongs to whom, guys? Tell me, where does this string belong to? To whom does this string belong to? This method belongs to, tell me quickly, guys.
Monkey class, sir.
No. Okay, let me tell you once again. Listen.
String argsa.
Jocelyn Belinda. Jocelyn Belinda. Okay, now listen. Okay, Firasat, listen here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we have, what is that?
Sir?
I told you to unmute yourself. Don't disturb the class.
Sir,
Okay, right. Okay, now listen. Firasat, listen. Okay.
Yes.
Now we have class monkey, correct?
Yes,
We
sir.
have class monkey. Understand this? Class monkey we have. Okay. This is class monkey. Okay. Now, if suppose I'm not, if this class monkey is not explicitly inheriting from some other class, what does it mean?
Implicitly inheriting from object class.
Okay, it is containing class object. Correct? No?
Yes, sir.
It is class object, right? Class object. So it has 4 methods. No, I told you.
Yes, sir.
What is one of the method?
Equals get class
One of the
hash.
method is string. Okay, toString, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It is toString. Okay. Within this, what will happen? Okay, there is some code written over here.
Yes,
Correct?
sir. Method definition.
So method definition is there. Correct? No. Now.
Yes, sir.
So instead of this, I'll write system.out.println hello. I'll write simply. I'll write hello now. Is that okay?
Yes.
I mean, it is
Okay, sir.
different. ToString standard definition is something else. They have some code and all that. I'm just writing system.out.println hello. Okay. Now what I
Okay.
will do is that, okay. So if suppose now I told you I'm creating an object of this monkey. I'm saying monkey. Okay, monkey m2 is equal to new monkey. Okay.
New monkey. Yes, sir.
I'm saying monkey m2 is equal to new monkey, right? Now, when I say system.out.println and I told m2, so I told you something. What will happen when I say system.out.println m2? Normal variable, it will get printed, okay?
Yes,
But it is
sir.
an object. When it is an object, this will get converted to what? I told you that if you try to say m2, this will get converted to system.out.println. Internally,
M2
this will become
M2 dot
m2
toString.
dot toString. It will call
Yes, sir.
toString, correct? No? It will
Yes,
call
sir.
toString, right? Now, in that case, tell me what will happen now.
The toString will belong to the object class.
Now, does M2 have toString? That is,
No,
monkey
sir.
has toString?
No,
No,
sir.
right? But it is inheriting from object class,
Inheriting
no?
from object class.
So
Yes,
in
sir.
that case, what will get called?
Hello.
This toString
Hello
will
will
get
get
called and
printed.
hello will be printed, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
similarly, what happens is that, okay, so normally can we define over here object inside the object? Object is already defined, no?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
So in the object class, there is a string, method defined, and they have written some code over here. The code's duty is to print this object in some string format, taking the class and adding some address to it and all those kind of things, some ID it'll add and all that, right? So,
Okay, sir.
so when you say m2.toString, it's nothing but just writing m2. So when you say m2.toString, you are basically calling the string method who will
Of the
take this
object class.
object and give a string kind of format for us. That is what it is
Yes.
doing. That's all.
Okay, sir.
That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Shall I give you an assignment to you guys? Hello, can I give you an assignment?
Okay, sir.
Guys, hello, can I give you an assignment? Listen to the assignment very carefully. Okay, I want you to listen to the assignment very carefully, guys. Listen to me very, very carefully. Okay. Now, what did I tell you? Guys, listen. What? Okay, let me call someone else. Okay. So, Anusha, can you please unmute yourself and talk to me?
Yes, sir.
What is that I told you now? When we write m2, what will get called? m2.toString will be called, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, this toString is calling whose toString?
Of, of M2, sir.
Of m2. Of m2 na. Yeah, we are calling m2.toString, but is there
Of
toString over
object
here?
class. No, sir, it is not
No,
there.
right? So from whose toString will it refer to? It is
Object
referring to the
class.
object's toString, correct? Why
Yes.
is it referring? Because it is inheriting, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Anusha, you're understanding or not?
Understanding, sir.
Promise.
Promise, sir.
Okay, no, it is implicitly inheriting object. It is implicitly inheriting object. Yes or no? Right?
Yes, sir.
So what happens when you say m2.toString, because monkey is not having it, okay, automatically what will happen? toString will get this, toString will get called, and that will get called, isn't it? By default?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you tell me, okay, what should I do, Anusha, if suppose I don't want this behavior, rather I want to have my own behavior of toString, what to do?
Sir, we can give the toString method in the class monkey, sir.
Exactly. So what is that called as? What is that concept called as?
Method overriding, sir.
Exactly. That is called as method overriding, isn't it? So my dear friends, the assignment for you today is that, okay, you have to write this, override the toString method in your own class and then call system.out.println m2 and see what will happen. Is that okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand? Anusha, did you understand?
Yes,
Others,
sir.
did you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So not only that, I want you to override all hash code, equals and get class and toString. All you override in your own class and see what will happen. Is that okay, guys? Will you do that? Override all the methods that are there. Guys, did you understand the assignment first of all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine then. Anyone who did not understand the assignment? Guys, who did not understand the assignment? Anyone who did not understand the assignment? all the four all the four methods of object class you must override in the monkey class and print and see what will happen. Is that okay? So when you say override, right, you can basically write just system.println hello or something like that. Enough. So the concept is you have to take the definition and put it. Implementation, you can put a simple println inside that. Is that okay? Don't need to write actual equal code, find out whether it is equal and all that. Not required. Okay. Only thing is simple. You can just print hello inside that, like how we did here. No, print like that. Okay, guys, will you do that and just see what will happen over there, right? Okay. So Firasat, did you understand what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, guys, any doubt? I'm waiting for 20 seconds. Tell me if you have any doubt.
Sir, let's just complete the code. Later, we'll discuss the doubts, sir.
No, now only finish up and then proceed further. What happens? Who is this Firasat? Huh?
Yes, sir. We still have a single one method in the code, sir. That's why I said
What method in the code?
m1.display method. We have that, sir. We haven't.
Oh, sorry, you're asking that. I thought you were asking me to complete the class and then sit for doubt. You know what will happen after completing the class and sitting for doubt? Then they will ask, sir, I did not understand this. I did
Random
not.
doubts. Yes, sir. Yes,
From
sir. I
first,
know,
they will
sir.
ask me to explain. Correct? No. So it becomes difficult. That is the reason I'm stopping each and every moment and asking, do you have any doubts? So that we can finish. By the time I complete the chapter, then you will ask me doubts from somewhere first. Then I will have to explain everything and come. So let us clear off each and everything and then proceed further. Anyways, so you have m1.display. So what will happen? That is simple, no? m1.display will call
Yes,
display
sir.
method of monkey
Hello,
and it will
buddies.
say
We'll get
hello
it.
buddies. That's all. Correct? No? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys, tell me you have any doubts. I can wait for 20 seconds. Tell me. Understand each and I'm waiting so that you can understand each and every topic and then only we'll proceed further. Radhika, you have some doubt, Radhika? Radhika, unmute yourself now. Radhika, you won't unmute or what? Radhika, you unmute, you won't unmute. Tell me something so that I can proceed. I am in critical zone. Okay, right. Now, okay. So, guys, so I hope kids, okay. So, I hope, no doubts. So, we'll proceed further. Is that okay? Guys, hope you have no doubts.
I'm Jagannath here. I have a doubt.
Tell me, Jagannath.
So in the previous example, we were using system.out.println, right?
Which
So in
previous
that
example in the sense?
I mean, just know whatever we discussed, the example.
Example.
So the println accepts argument of m2 as well and m2 dot toString as well, right?
Correct.
So m2 is nothing but user defined object of user defined class. So
Object
how
of
does
user
the
defined class? Okay.
So how does the println accepts user-defined class? The
Why can't
user-defined class, yeah, can have many types, right? User can define multiple class of different types. The println accepts, everything,
Understood.
right?
It can okay, good question. Okay, so I think I asked you to ask me doubts in 119 page number diagram. You must have asked this there, but probably you got the doubt later, but it's okay. Let me tell you this. Okay, now that is what I'll be discussing in polymorphism, but because you asked me this, let me explain this. Okay, now let me give you an example. Vehicle, this is vehicle. Okay, and then vehicle and two-wheeler. Okay, two-wheeler. Okay, and then you have two-wheeler is bike. Okay, and then you have one more class called as one pulsar. Okay, Jagannath, you're there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So pulsar, can you tell me pulsar is a bike? True, false?
Yes, true.
In that case, pulsar is a two-wheeler.
Yes, true.
Then that is also true. Then it means pulsar is a vehicle.
Correct. True.
Correct, no? In that case, can I write vehicle V is equal to new pulsar? Possible?
Yes.
Possible?
Possible.
It is possible. Correct, no?
Correct.
Did you see in the 119 diagram what I have written?
Yes, in the stack you return object O equal to M.
Exactly. I wrote object O is equal to M, correct? So can
Correct.
monkey be stored in object O? It is
Yes.
possible. That is why I've written, because monkey
Okay.
is inheriting from what?
Vehicle.
No, no, no.
Sorry.
Monkey object.
Object. Correct.
Correct.
Object.
So system.out.println is expecting an object.
Correct.
You're understanding?
Okay.
It is expecting
Okay.
an object. And what am I throwing at it? M2. Correct?
Correct.
Of type
Monkey.
monkey is an object.
Monkey is inherited from object.
Yeah. So is monkey like pulsar is a vehicle?
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
store pulsar into vehicle?
Yes.
In that case, can monkey be stored in object?
Yes. Yes.
That is how I think I answered your question.
Okay.
Got it or not?
Yeah, got it. But okay, this might be a simple question. How the pulsar, the new pulsar can be, created for vehicle V, because
Okay.
the pulsar can have, additional methods and additional states behind the
Correct,
vehicle,
correct.
right?
I understood. Give me hardly, I think today or tomorrow. I think after tomorrow you won't have this doubt by default. Guaranteed.
Okay.
Pakka.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think Ramya already told the answer. Anyway, so I'll tell you tomorrow. I mean, by today or tomorrow we'll do it. Is that okay? Or else we'll do it tomorrow today only by 9:45. Yeah, we'll do it today only. Okay, Jagannath?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no problem. Yeah. Okay, so Ramya, you're right. It's upcasting. Yeah. Okay. Now having said that, okay, guys. So shall we move to final? I'll show you all the versions of final. What all final can do, I'll show you. Okay. So first one, right? So first one, can you read it out, Firasat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is that? In final, I have given something. What is it? First one.
Yes. First one in final is final class cannot be extended.
Huh.
The below code results in an error.
That is the first feature of final, correct? No, it means one of the feature of final. What does it say? Any class that has been declared as final cannot be inherited. If suppose you don't want anyone to inherit your class, right? No, so you will actually make it as final. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so final class monkey, and if you try to inherit final class, that is your monkey class, that will result in an error. That below code will result in an error. Guys, is that okay?
Okay, sir.
1 second, we'll ask others also. Guys, is that okay? Okay, any class that you actually define it as final, no, cannot be inherited. You will get an error. Try it out. Okay. Yeah. Next feature of final.
Final methods cannot be overridden.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to override your final, your method. Then you make it as final. Even that method will not be overridden. Okay. It cannot be overridden. Okay. Yeah. Next.
Final variable cannot be modified.
I think we have discussed this, guys. Yes or no? Final local variable cannot be modified. Have I discussed this? Okay, so once you say final int x is equal to 5 and then say x is equal to x plus 1, that will result in an error, isn't it? I think I've told you this, isn't it? Okay, fourth one.
Final instance variable cannot be modified.
Yeah,
It should
final.
be initialized during its creation.
Yeah, so the below code will result in an error, correct? No, so anything
Yes.
final, whether it is local variable or initial variable, cannot be changed once it is created, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Firasat, I have a question for you. What if
Yes.
the instance variable is public, static, okay, final, int x, right? And I want to store this value, okay, after some time, based on some result. So what is it I have to do now? I think I've told you one somewhere. This is the only place where I can actually do that.
Static initializer.
Exactly. There is something called a static initializer block. I have told you.
Yes, sir.
So here is
Yes,
only place where you can do it. Okay, no? So
Yes,
you
sir.
cannot
Static.
change its value anywhere else. If you want to actually initialize its value, then you'll have to either write it equal to 5 over here, else you can write it inside the static initializer block. Guys, have I told you this? Can you tell me the page number where it is present? In which page number is it present?
Static initializer block.
Can you tell me, guys, in which page number? I'll also see. I think it's in page number 85, correct? In page number 85, I told you. Static initializer block. Okay. So these are the 4 ways you can actually use final. So where all we can use final? Final can be used with a class. Final can
Yes.
be used, with a method. Okay, final can be used in a local variable. Final can also be used as an instance variable, right? So the thing is, if you make any class as final, you cannot inherit that class. If you write any method as final, you cannot override that method. If you make a local variable final, you cannot, you'll have to initialize it in the place where it is creating only. You cannot change its value later. And even the same thing happens with instance variable also. If you're making an instance variable final, then you'll have to initialize it in its place, and you cannot change its value once you have initialized. Is that okay,
Yes,
guys?
sir.
Hello? Yes or no? Quite simple. I think I've given you. Can you please mark all these as very important? Everything is given about final. They'll ask you in interview, what do you mean by final? So this is the thing. Okay. Okay. So now let me ask you a very important question. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to ask you a very important question. Okay. So Firasat, you're there?
Yes, sir.
So Firasat, I want you to draw this diagram. So I think I am your client. Okay. I am your client, and
Okay.
you run projects. You are expert in Java and object-oriented programming. Okay. Right, guys? Please, I request you to listen to the class very carefully. It's very important concept, very important concept. So please listen to the class very carefully. Okay. I want you to draw this diagram for me in Java. Okay, no? So one circle would be there, and then you will have one rectangle. Okay. You'll have a rectangle inside this, and then you'll have a rhombus inside this. Okay, ma?
Yes, sir.
So,
Okay, sir.
so if I want you to draw this diagram, okay, so what will I do? I want you to draw this inside a for loop, using a for loop. It should be continuous. So what is the first step? Can we write classes for each one?
Yes, sir. We can write
Class
inherit
circle.
classes, sir.
No, first let us go step by step. So shall we create a class for this? Hello,
Yes,
Firasat.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can create.
So let me create a class circle. Okay, no?
Okay, sir.
Class circle I will create. Okay, right. Class circle. Okay, then what else? How many classes we need?
We need a class rectangle.
We need a class rectangle. Okay, because
And
that will class rectangle. Okay,
and class rhombus.
and class rhombus, isn't it? Class rhombus.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, rhombus. Right. So what it should contain? One draw function it should contain. No?
Yes, sir. It should contain a draw function.
I'm just writing the skeleton. Okay, I'm not writing return type and all that. Draw.
Okay, sir.
And then we have draw. Okay, and then we have draw. We have draw like this. Correct? No? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this draw will draw the circle. This draw will draw the rectangle, and this draw will draw the rhombus. Isn't
Rhombus.
it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is there. So shall I create class for this now? That is, I mean, object for
Yes,
this
sir.
circle
Class.
C is equal to new circle.
New circle. Yes, sir.
Give me a moment. I'll just write it small. Okay, guys, are you with me? Are you guys listening to me? Hello? Are you guys listening to me? Yeah. Okay, so let me say circle C is equal to, okay, new circle. Okay, then for this, what will I do?
Rectangle R equals to new rectangle.
Rectangle R is equal to new rectangle. Okay, new rectangle. Then
Rhombus R1 equals to new rhombus.
okay, rhombus R1 we'll call, or rhombus RH is equal to new rhombus. Isn't it? We are calling new rhombus. Okay, new rhombus. Okay, we have this, correct? Okay, so our what is the client saying? Client is telling for you to actually draw this within a for loop, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so guys, hope you guys are with me, isn't it? Are you all with me? Guys, are you with me? Okay, now tell me, if suppose I say for, how many diagrams are there? How many diagrams I have to do? Tell me.
Three, sir.
So for I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus.
Plus.
Okay, now I have to draw this, isn't it? So
Yes,
should
sir.
I say C dot draw?
Yes, sir. First
Okay,
circle. Yes,
if
sir.
I say C dot draw, tell me what will happen?
Circle will get drawn. Three circles will be drawn, sir.
Guys, isn't it? It would be 3 circles because I'm calling
Yes,
draw with respect to C, isn't it? Hello
Yes, sir.
guys, yes or no? Are you understanding? See, what I'm teaching you now is design. This is design. My dear friends, please understand. This is design now. Okay, understanding. Okay, please understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? Then what happens, ma? Okay, so I'll change the C and I'll put an R. Then what will happen if I say R dot draw?
3 rectangles will be drawn.
Oh my God, but you need this diagram, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what if I change this and make it as RH?
3 rhombuses will be drawn, sir.
Oh my God. So we are not getting this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So each time I'm calling, so I'm not getting this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I can do now is that I can, shall we create one array and then call?
Okay, sir.
I'll create one array. Okay, initially it would contain, C, then it will contain R, then it will contain RH. Is that okay, guys? Hello? Is that okay? I'll create an array, right? And then let me name this array as say some S or something. Okay, so then I would say S of I. Now will it work?
Yes, sir. First, yes, sir. It will work, sir.
Guys, will it work, guys? Hello, everyone. Will it work? I'm calling this with respect to an array. I put it into an array.
Yes, sir.
Guys, will it work? First time it will be first one is circle, then it is
Circle, rectangle, then
then it is
rhombus.
rhombus. Isn't it? Will
Yes,
it work? Yeah, everybody are saying it works. Okay, right. Now Niveta is telling wow, sir. Okay. Well, let us see. Niveta, can you unmute yourself, Niveta? She's telling I am noisy or noise in background. Okay. So everybody are giving reasons for not talking to me. Nobody likes to talk to me, Virasat. Only you, except you. Why is it like that? Okay. So who else can talk to me here? I want to talk. I like to talk, sir. Okay. Okay. I think you like to talk, but you like to chat more, isn't it? Anyways, next class. Papa. Yeah. Next class. She's giving me chance next class. I should wait for next class now. Anyways, guys, anyone can talk to me now quickly? Nireksha, talk to me, Nireksha.
Yes, sir.
Nireksha, this is right, huh?
Might be, sir.
Not might be. I mean, you said okay, no? It is. You said yes, it'll work.
It might work, sir.
So why do you think it works?
I don't think so. It'll work, sir.
You don't think it'll work?
No, sir.
Why?
I don't know the reason, but I like it won't work, sir.
Why
it might not work. I don't know the exact reason.
What do you mean by it might not work? It might not work indirectly says that it might work also, isn't it?
I'm in dilemma, sir. It might
Okay,
work.
see, Tyagaraj started thinking now. Everybody started thinking. Okay, now okay. So, okay. So, Nireksha, tell me, tell me the definition of an array.
Array.
What is an array?
Array. We are storing the similar kinds of things.
Exactly. So, array is a collection of. Okay, what is that? Array is a collection of elements, provided each element should be of the same data type, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, guys? Hello, guys, answer my question. Array must contain elements of similar data type, no? Correct. This is a design question. This is design. This was asked to me when I went to Motorola interview, right? Yeah. So array is a collection of elements which must be of similar data type. Correct? No. But see here, this array, the first element is of type what? Guys, what is the first element? Circle. Exactly. So Nireksha, what is the second element? What is the type of second element?
Sir.
What about the third one?
Rhombus.
Then there is no point in creating an array. This array is a combination of three different types of elements. So it basically, what is that? It's the definition itself is going wrong, isn't it? Array must be able to hold elements of the same data type, but provided here, okay, if you see, I mean, yeah, array must hold elements of same data type, but here we have different elements of different data types, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then how can we create an array? Possible?
Not possible, sir.
It is possible. Correct, no? It is possible. Okay, provided we have to make sure that each one will belong to the same type. Guys, making sense? Yes or no? This must work, but in our current case it will not work. Correct, no? But we have to write code in such a way that this will work. correct? In that way we have to make sure that each one will be of the same type. So if we want to make each one of the same type, what is that we have to do? We have to make use of inheritance. Very good, Nikita. We have to make use of inheritance, isn't it, guys? Okay, now Nireksha, isn't it? We have to make use of what? Inheritance
Inheritance.
concept. Okay, now it means we have to make sure each class is inheriting from the base class. So let me call that class as class shape. Okay, no, class shape, isn't it? I'll make a class shape. So circle inherits from shape, rectangle inherits from shape, and rhombus inherits from shape, isn't it, Nireksha?
Yes, sir.
No, when circle is inheriting from shape, rectangle is inheriting from shape, and rhombus is inheriting from shape. Okay, now don't you think circle is a shape?
Yes, it is a shape.
Rectangle is a shape.
Yes, sir.
Then class rhombus is a shape.
It's also a shape.
Then can't I create one array of type shape?
Yes, sir.
Guys, can I create an array of type shape? Isn't it? Yes or no? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay, no. So now tell me, okay, are these elements of the same type, guys? Guys, are these elements of the same type? Yes or no? See, circle is of type shape. Rectangle is of type shape. So, rhombus is of type shape, isn't it? So we have an array of different elements of the same type, and that is shape. Isn't it, guys? Hello? Yes or no? Guys, are you understanding now? Getting what I'm trying to tell you? We are slowly getting into polymorphism. Okay. So what is polymorphism? Different elements of the same type. Okay. Same type. Different elements of the same type. Guys, hello. Yes or no? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay. No? Guys, did you understand? Okay. Exactly, Monej, right? So different elements, but of the same type, right? Now, till you're understood, guys, I'll wait for you to ask me doubts. You have any doubt till here? Guys, do you have any doubt till here? I don't want to hurry here because it's a very important concept. Okay. Yeah. So Firasat, shall we start? Thanks, Nireksha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Firasat, okay. Now tell me, is this working now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, it's working.
So did we bring polymorphism over here?
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah,
inheritance, sir.
no, this
Yes,
is
sir.
polymorphism, right? Polymorphism is what? Okay, so different elements of the same
Of
type,
same element. Yes,
same
sir.
type, different element. This is a kind
Different
of
elements.
polymorphism. Okay, this is basically
Polymorphism.
called as runtime polymorphism. I'll explain you how in some time. Okay, so this
Okay, sir.
element is what? S of 0.
Yes, sir.
This is
S
S
of
of
1
1,
and S of 2.
S of 2. Correct. All are
Yes,
of
sir.
what type?
Shape type.
So circle is a shape, rectangle is a shape, rhombus is
And
a shape.
rhombus is a shape. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So this will work now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, now this will work. Okay, now tell me what will happen. Go through the for loop now from first.
Okay, sir. For I equals to 0, 0
One
is
minute,
less
1 minute,
than 3.
1 minute, 1 minute. So this concept is called as upcasting, my dear friends. This concept is called as upcasting. Hello, guys. What is it called as, guys? Can you please tell me? Okay, storing the derived class object into the base class reference is called as upcasting. Okay, no? Base class object will store the derived class reference, correct? No, is called as upcasting. Okay, my dear friends. Okay, storing the derived class reference into base class object is called as what? Okay, no, or derived class objects reference into base reference is basically called as upcasting. Okay, there is no downcasting here anywhere. Okay, there is only upcasting. So whatever is storing, we are storing derived class reference into base class object reference. So this is called as upcasting. Is that okay? So Jagannath, you asked me a question, right?
Yes, yes.
Jagannath, so I think by end of today's class or tomorrow's class, slowly you will start making sense of what I told you earlier. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay? Yeah, cool. Now, guys, listen to me very carefully now. Okay, now shall we do this, ma? Firasat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, start doing this now.
For I equals to 0, 0 is less than 3. We'll enter into the for loop.
Okay.
S of 0 dot draw.
So what
In
will
S
get
of
called?
0 we have C dot draw. Circle in class circle will be drawn, sir.
No, this code will give you compile time error. This code will give you compile time error. You know why?
No, sir.
Because The compiler does not know what is there inside this array.
Okay, sir.
Does compiler know what is there in memory?
No, sir.
Compiler is only used to check the syntax of the
Yes,
language.
sir.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
Correct? No, it does not know what is there inside the array. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Hello, guys. Yes or no? Guys, hello, everyone. I mean, when I say guys, it is including girls also. Guys, you are there or not? All are alive or dead? Okay, no? So what happens? Compiler does not know what is there inside. Now, Firasa, tell me, when will this draw get called? During compile time or during runtime?
Runtime.
During runtime only stack will be created, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When will the draw be that invoke? When the draw will be called? It would be called during runtime, isn't it?
Runtime. Yes, sir.
So before runtime, what it has to do? We have to compile first, no?
Yes, sir.
We have to compile it, isn't it? Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to compile, okay, now thanks Anusha. Okay, so when we compile, you know what is happening? Compiler will see this. Listen to me very carefully, guys. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Compiler will say yes of I dot draw. According to the compiler, what is the type of yes?
A shape, sir.
Shape, isn't it? Now it says okay, yes of, so it compiler is thinking like this. Programmer is trying to call draw method belonging to which class?
A shape class.
Shape class, correct? No, but what is there inside S of I and all, compiler don't know. Only the JVM will know, correct?
Yes, sir.
Guys, yes or no? Guys, answer me yes or no. Something you answer no, or else I'll not know to proceed further or not. Okay, no, because the compiler does not know what is there inside the shape. Okay, only JVM will know. But to go to JVM first, you have to compile it, correct? So compiler will think, okay, there is a draw function over here, and I have to, but this compiler has to do the setup. Okay, whom to call, when to call, and all the setup. Who will do that setup, guys? Tell me, who must do that setup? That setup has to be done by the compiler, no?
Yes, sir.
Hello, guys. Yes or no? Answer my question, no, guys. Okay, compiler has to see whether to when to whom to call, when to call. All these setup has to be done by the compiler. And now this compiler will come and see Firasat. Okay, the programmer is trying to call s of I dot draw. Okay, so s belongs to what? Yeah, s belongs to what?
Shape
And
class.
it is trying to see whether that programmer is trying to do something nasty or not. Okay, and
Yes,
what it sees is that okay, there is a draw function, and it comes
Yes,
and
sir.
says shape is not having draw.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that, guys? Shape is not having a draw function over here. Did you see that? Hello, everyone. Guys, did you see that? There is no draw over here, correct? No. So when there is no draw, automatically the compiler will think that the programmer is trying to do something nasty. There is a problem that is happening. There is a problem that the compiler is, the programmer is trying to do, and that is the reason he'll give you compile time error. Okay, not
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Guys, okay, not okay. Understood? Did not understand? Tell me quickly. Guys, do you understand or not? And I'll wait for some time. No problem. Please ask me this question. Do you have any doubt to ask? Okay, compiler thinks that there is no draw function inside this class shape, so he's trying to do something because compiler does not know what is there inside that shape object. That is an array. What is there? It does not know. Okay, it thinks that there should be draw, right? Correct, Numa?
Yes, sir.
Guys, any doubt? Okay, now how do I overcome this problem?
We can give a draw method in the class shape.
So we can give a draw method over here. Correct, no? So we will give one
Yes,
draw method. Correct, no? Now what will happen? Will the compiler run now?
It will run, sir.
Absolutely no problem. The compiler will run. Yes or no, guys? The compiler's error is gone. So there is no more error over here. Okay, everything is perfectly fine. Now what will happen? Compilation is done. Now assume that we are running. Now tell me what will happen, ma? Start from here. I is equal to 0.
For I equals to 0, 0 less than 3. S of I dot draw, S of 0
now
dot
this is
draw.
runtime. This is runtime,
Yes,
isn't it? What is the type of the reference over here? What is the type?
Shape type, sir.
Shape type. But what is actually there inside this for now? S of 0 is what?
Circle, sir.
Correct,
C.
no? Correct, no? So,
Yes, sir.
which draw will be called?
Circle draw, sir.
Exactly. This draw will be called. Who will call this?
Yes.
JVM will call it. Runtime.
JVM.
JVM
Yes,
will
sir.
call
Yes,
it,
sir.
isn't it? Okay. Then what happens? I plus plus. I value is now?
Incremented. I equals to 1. 1 less than 3. S of 1 dot draw. S of 1 is rectangle.
What is the type of this reference?
Shape type, sir.
What is actually there inside this?
Rectangle, sir.
Rectangle. So rectangle dot draw will be called. Who will call?
JVM, sir.
During?
Runtime.
Okay. Then next, what happens? So this draw will be called. Then what happens?
Then I is incremented. I becomes 2. 2 less than 3. S of 2. S of 2 is of reference type shape, but I is of rhombus type.
Not I is of rhombus type. The reference is of type shape, but what it exactly contains, okay, on
Contains
the
is rhombus. Yes.
rhombus, correct? So what gets called?
JVM calls the draw method of class rhombus.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So don't you think this diagram is now drawn?
Yes, sir.
This is called as runtime polymorphism. My dear friends, this is called as runtime polymorphism. Okay, so what is runtime polymorphism? The object reference is of one type, okay, but it exhibits three different behaviors, isn't it, guys? Okay, the object reference is of type shape, but it exhibits during runtime three different behaviors. One as a circle, second one as a rhombus, I mean rectangle, and third one as a rhombus. Okay, that is the reason we call this method as runtime polymorphism. My dear friends, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hello, yes or no? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you, guys? Yes or no? Please put that in the chat box, else I'll not know. Yeah, everyone, you guys are not really responding to me. Okay, now please tell me, did you understand this? If not, ask me, I'll tell you once again, guys. Okay, no. So during runtime, okay, during compile time, it is all shape. Okay, but during runtime, okay, based on the actual object reference, it will call circle, rectangle, or rhombus, right? So this is basically called as runtime polymorphism. Beautiful concept implemented in Java, guys, isn't it? This is called as runtime polymorphism. It is also there in C++ also, but in a more complicated manner. Okay, but it is there in C++ too. Okay, anyone who is working with C++, if you have done this, you will be knowing it. It is done using virtual pointer and all that. Okay, so let us not bother about C++. Okay, now did you understand this now? So Firasat,
Yes,
now
sir.
answer me
Yes,
this
sir.
question. First of all, why do we need the shape class?
To create an array of different types.
Exactly. It means we basically need, okay, sir, can you define runtime polymorphism again, sir? Anusha, runtime polymorphism is, having one class reference, okay, one type reference. The reference is of one type. The object is of, the object reference is of one type, but actually during runtime, it will exhibit, behavior of different other types of its child types. Okay, so that is basically called as runtime polymorphism, right? No, so in the compile time it is shape, but during runtime, okay, it will exhibit of child class, rectangle class, and rhombus class, isn't it? Yes or no, guys? Right now, guys, don't run away. It's a very important session. I can already see almost 10 people ran away from now itself. Okay, but you have this is a very important concept, guys, so please don't run away. Listen to me very carefully. Okay, now I'm going to take you to just hardly some 5 more minutes, that's also. Listen to me, 5-6 minutes. Okay, very important concept, right? Now Firasa, tell me, why did we actually put the shape class? So that we can exhibit polymorphism, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
only thing is so that we can actually, give a kind of, help to circle, rectangle, rhombus, so that we can put together. That's the only need of this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Are we really making use of this draw method here?
No, sir. We are just making it because we have to avoid the compile time error.
Exactly. Beautiful, Firasat. Very good. Okay. We are not at all using this draw method here. We are using this draw method only to avoid, okay, the compile time error. Isn't it, guys? Yes or no? We wrote
Yes,
this
sir.
because we had to avoid compile time error, isn't it? Yes or no? There is no meaning of writing draw over here. Correct, no, guys? Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Hello, yes or no? Right? Now, answer my question. Okay. If I say circle dot draw, what shape will it draw?
It will draw circle, sir.
Okay. If I say rectangle dot draw, what will it actually draw?
It will draw a rectangle.
Correct. If I say draw rhombus, what will it draw?
It will draw a rhombus.
It will draw a rhombus, isn't it? Now, similarly, if I say shape dot draw, what shape will it draw, guys? Tell me. Is there a definite shape for this, guys?
No, sir.
There is no shape for this, isn't it? It is just
Yes, sir.
dummy to help us have draw method in this, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? We have overridden this draw method inside the child class, isn't it? So why do you want to have such kind of draw method? Okay, it is not valid, no, guys, having such kind of draw method. It is actually against the rule of object oriented programming, isn't it, my dear friends?
Yes,
Don't you
sir.
think so? Because it is not having shape, cannot have any kind of draw method. It does not know what kind of draw. Okay, what comes to my mind is some amoeba diagram is coming to my mind. Have you seen
Yes, sir.
amoeba, guys? Amoeba, how it looks?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
for me, that kind of thing is coming. For you, something else will come, isn't it? So there is no definition for this draw of shape. So
Yes,
why
sir.
should we have such kind of draw method? So such kind of draw method must not have any kind of definition. We will make it as abstract method. Okay, no, I don't know if I've given it over there. See in the next page I've written.
Yes, sir. There's 3 points in the next
Abstract,
page.
yeah.
Sir.
Abstract void draw. I will make this method as abstract method. Okay, no?
Okay.
So what do you mean by this abstract method? Abstract methods are those methods which does not have a body like this. Okay, it is only used for helping the child classes to override it. Okay, they are called as your abstract methods. Guys, do you understand? Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
abstract methods are those methods which does not have a body, and if your base class is having an abstract method, okay, then its class must also be abstract.
Abstract
Its
class.
class must also be abstract.
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it, guys? Okay, now what do you mean? Now if I create, okay, tell me, when I say class circle C, what does the C represent? Tell me, Firasat, what does the C represent? A
C
circle,
represent
no?
a circle, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
rectangle will represent a rectangle, no? Rhombus will
Yes, sir.
represent a rhombus,
Rhombus
no?
will represent a
Now
rhombus.
tell me,
Yes, sir.
can we have a shape object? Shape C is equal to new shape. Shape C is equal to new shape. Can I have this?
No, sir.
I can write it. There is not no one. The compiler will not say don't
Yes, sir.
write. Correct? No. But if I say new shape, what shape will I create? Is there any definite shape for this?
No, sir. We hadn't given any
We have,
definite shapes.
no, we don't have any shape for shape. Correct? No, shape is just an
Yes, sir.
abstract class. It is used for creating
Yes,
child
sir.
class for inheritance, right? So why do you want to have such
Yes.
kind of objects, right? So we must not allow programmers to create objects of such kind of classes, right? So make such kind of
Yes, sir.
classes as abstract class by saying abstract class shape. I don't know if I've given it. I think it is given in the next page number 124, guys. 124 I've given abstract class shape. Did you see that? Abstract class shape.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So when I say abstract class shape, you know what happens? It means that we cannot create an object of this class. Like how I
Objects to
create
the
circle
yes, sir.
C is equal to new circle, the rectangle is R is equal to new rectangle, rhombus RH is equal to new rhombus. Now if suppose I try to create shape C is equal to new shape by writing abstract class, then compiler will give me
It
an
will
error.
get error, sir. Yes, sir.
Compiler will give you an error saying that, boss, it is an abstract class. You are saying it is an abstract
And you
class
can't
for,
create object.
yeah, listen to Firasat. Okay, listen to me, let me complete. Okay, so the compiler says, boss, you're trying to create an object of an abstract class. Abstract class means that class cannot have an object. You cannot create an object of that particular class. Is called as an abstract class. Guys, making sense? Okay, so
Yes.
any class for which you cannot have a definite object or a definite picture in front of you, right? Make such classes as abstract class, right? And its methods can also be abstract, right? No, abstract void draw. It means what? This draw cannot do anything else, right? So you must make use of draw only as an abstraction for the child classes. Getting, guys, what I'm trying to tell you? That is why I bought it like a story for you guys. Hello, is that okay? Making sense? Is
Yes,
that
sir.
making sense, my dear friends? Yes or no? Now, having said that, if you have a class that has an abstract method, the class must be abstract. And if you have, your base class is having an abstract method, then the child class must definitely implement these methods, right? No, if you have an abstract method in the base class, then the child class has to override that abstract method, right? I'll repeat once again. If you have a class that contains an abstract method, if you have a base class that has an abstract method, then the child class must definitely implement or override this abstract method in its child class. If it does not do, then the compiler will give you an error. Guys, is that okay? Can you please put that in the chat box, guys? Okay, no, guys, that okay. So any class that is not abstract class is called as what, guys? It is called as concrete class. Okay, what do you mean by concrete class? Let me write here, concrete. Okay, any class that is not abstract is called as concrete class. Means you can create an object of this, right? So other than concrete, you have the other kind of class are abstract class, for which objects cannot be created because it makes no sense. Guys, is that okay? Hello, is that okay, guys? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Guys, yes or no? Making sense, guys? Hello, yes or no? Okay, right. Okay, so okay, shall we continue tomorrow, guys? Then we'll continue tomorrow. I think people are randomly leaving. Already 12 people left. Okay, so repeat concrete class definition. Okay, so any class that is not abstract is called as concrete class, Zeba. Any class, all these days we wrote classes, right? They're all concrete classes. Any class that is not abstract is called as concrete class, Zeba. Is that okay? Sorry, yeah. So any class that is not abstract is called as concrete class. Is that okay, guys? Yeah. Guys, okay? Shall we revise this once again quickly? If you have time, shall we just revise this once again, guys? So that it will be in your head for a very long time. Just a revision, no new concept. Okay, so that I want you to understand. Okay, so how did I first start the story? How did I first start the story, guys? The story started like this. Okay, I wanted Firasat to draw a circle. Okay, draw a circle, a rectangle, and then a rhombus, isn't it, guys? Okay, and then what did Firasat do? She basically wrote a class circle. She wrote class circle. Okay, she wrote class circle. Okay, and then she put a draw function inside this, right? Draw function, and then she created an object of circle C is equal to new circle. She created an object of new circle. Okay, then what did she do? Then she wrote one more class. Okay, that is class rectangle. Class rectangle she wrote, right? No, so then what happened? Inside this she put one more draw function, draw method, okay, to draw the rectangle. Okay, and then created an object of rectangle class. Rectangle R is equal to RE, I'll call RE is equal to new rectangle. She created one more object. Okay, no, and then she created, okay, one more class. She created one more class. Okay, what is that called as? Class rhombus. Okay, she called class rhombus, right? So that is again having draw, open the brace and close the brace, right? And then what happened is that rhombus RH is equal to new rhombus, is equal to new rhombus she created, right? Now the client said that, you know, she has to draw that within a for loop, right? So she wrote for I is equal to 0, I less than, you know, what is that? I less than 3 you know, diagram, 3 shapes, right? Like this. And then she tried to say C dot draw. When she tried to do C dot draw, what happened? She realized 3 circles would be drawn. Each time it is circle. Then she tried to change it to RE. So then she realized it would be 3 rectangles. And then she changed it to RH. Then she realized this would draw 3 rhombus, right? So within a for loop, it became very difficult for us to actually draw all these things, you know. So that is why she wanted some common type. Okay. Then she decided to actually make it as an array like this. Okay. No? That is, you know, then she tried to create an array. Okay, she wrote an array over here, right? Okay, let me write it once again. She tried to create an array. Okay, and inside that array, in the 0th location, she stored circle, then rectangle, and then rhombus, right? Then she tried to call it, but she did not realize that array must have all elements of the same type, isn't it, guys? She did not realize that. Okay, now she did not know what to do, right? It should be of the same type. If it has to be of the same type, what she has to do now, right? She did not know. She is confused. Firasat is confused. That is when, okay, she attended Subhash KU's object-oriented thinking in Java class, and then she got to know that there is a concept called as inheritance. Yes or no, guys? Now what she will do? She will now know, okay, inheritance is nothing but is a relationship. Okay, and then what she did? She wrote one class called as class shape. Okay, now she wrote class shape, open the brace and close the brace, and then she called draw method. Okay, now draw method. So she inherited circle from shape, rectangle from shape, and, you know, rhombus from shape. Now she understood that, okay, circle is a shape, rectangle is a shape, and rhombus is a shape. And then she decided, let me create an array of type shape. Isn't it? This is a base class, right? Now she knows that circle is a shape, rectangle is a shape, and rhombus is a shape. So all are of the same type shape. Now you can create an array of different elements of the same type, isn't it? Yes or no? So this concept is basically called as upcasting. What do you mean by upcasting? Storing the derived class reference into base class object is basically called as, okay, upcasting, correct? No, and to support upcasting, you must have you know, inheritance relationship, my dear friends, isn't it, guys? Yes or no? So derived class reference into base class object is basically called as, okay, upcasting. Okay, it's a very important question, guys, very important interview question. This is basically whatever I'm teaching you now is basically for, you know, 1 year 2 year experienced people. They ask you. For freshers, they might not ask. Doesn't mean you must not learn. I want you to learn, to, you know, appreciate the beauty of object oriented paradigm in Java. Okay, so she designed like this, and now it started working. Okay, now Firasat will start thinking, okay, so what is this draw doing over here? We are anyways not using draw. We are only using draw of circle, draw of rectangles, draw of rhombus. It is of no use. So what is the need of writing a draw method over here? It is simply wasting time or wasting space. So what she will do? She will decide to make it as abstract. Okay, no? Abstract methods means what? Abstract methods are those methods which does not have a body. It means it does not have a definition. It is only used to help the derived class have the methods, correct? No. So Java says if you have an abstract method, then it is mandatory that its derived class must definitely implement it, else you will get an error. You must definitely implement it somewhere down the inheritance tree. You have to implement it. That is mandatory. Any class above it, any class, okay, any class that has a base class which contains an abstract method, then that particular class must definitely implement, okay, the abstract method in its own class. Guys, did you understand this? Okay, no? Or any class that has abstract method, then its derived class must definitely implement it somewhere down, else you will get an error. Is that okay? You have to definitely implement it, right? Now, having said that, because there is no way display is not doing anything, it cannot display anything, right? Now what does Java say? Java says that if you have an abstract class, if you have an abstract method, then the class also must become abstract. Okay, no? So I will write it abstract over here. I will write abstract over here, right? No. So when I write abstract over here, what does it mean? It means that, okay, this becomes an abstract class. Abstract class means what? It says, Java says, if you have an abstract class, it means you cannot create an object of that particular class, right? No. Why you cannot create? Because there you cannot have an object, real-time entity. Can you have a real-time entity called a shape, guys? Yes or no? Circle means, you know, it is a circle. Rectangle means rectangle. Rhombus means rhombus. But you have any shape over here? No, right? So that is why abstract class shape you write. Okay. Now once you write abstract class shape and then try to say shape, okay, S is equal to new shape. Okay. Will it work, guys? Will it work? Okay. This will result in a compile time error. Compile time error. It says that no, boss, it's an abstract class. Okay. But can you write this? Can you write new rectangle over here? Is it possible? Can you write new rectangle? Can you write new rectangle? Absolutely possible. Okay, because I'm not creating shape object, I'm creating the object of its derived class and storing its reference in the shape class, right? No, so here shape is used only as a placeholder. That's all. It is a placeholder. I'm not creating object of an abstract class. Only thing is I am making it work like a polymorphism, right? One type acting as different forms. See here, type is one, shape, but during runtime it will act like a circle, it will act like a rectangle, it will act like a rhombus. That is why this is called as runtime polymorphism. Is that okay, my dear friends? Yes or no? So what I want you to understand is that in today's class, abstract class are those class for which objects cannot be created, that is only acting like a placeholder to hold, okay, the references of the child class, and you cannot have the definition for your abstract methods. Okay, so the definition of abstract methods, okay, if suppose you have a class, okay, and you have an abstract method, then its derived class must implement its method. It must override that abstract method. It is mandatory. Is that okay, guys? Did you understand that? Okay, so quickly see that code: class shape, class squares. I have explained you all these things. Okay, I think I've explained you everything, all these things. So tomorrow we will do guess the output in page number 124. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yeah. Hello, is that okay? Did you enjoy the session, guys? Guys, did you enjoy the session? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Niveta. Thank you so much. Okay, fine then. Meet you tomorrow. We'll have more fun tomorrow. Okay. Chalo. Take care. Bye bye. See you.